Hello and welcome to your October 2014 Richmond Real Estate Market Update. My name is Alex Glaser with Coldwell Banker, Vaughan and Company here in town, and I'm definitely really excited to let you know what's been happening here recently, so let's jump on in and check it out.
So I'd like to start off by jumping in to see what's been happening here in Richmond recently. If we take a look at the chart here, you can see everything that's happened so far here in 2014 and then compared to everything in 2013. Looking at last month here in Metro Richmond, and again, that's Hanover, Henrico, the city of Richmond, and Chesterfield County. We can see at the end of September, there was 4,638 homes for sale, of which 1,091 sold that month. So about 25% of the available market sold that month. And if you look back over, August, July, it's been, pretty consistent. We've had about 4,600 homes for sale for the last 3 months, and anywhere between, 1,100 to 1,200 homes selling, which is definitely, pretty good when you go to compare down to 2013. We can see we had about almost the exact same amount of sales, but with a much higher inventory, with almost, over 400 homes extra for sale. So it's definitely nice to see that, even though the same amount of homes are selling, there's less available, therefore, going to help create some appreciation here in town. And next, I just want to jump in and kind of compare and see how Richmond's comparing nationally. We can see the next slide here is the pending home sales month to month for the average of the U.S. as a whole. And we can see that, pretty in line, March, April, May were, pretty strong months going into the springtime. And looks like starting in July, there was a little bit dip heading down into August. And we saw that from about, 1,200 to 1,100 homes. So, a small shift, coming into the end of summer in terms of homes selling. But looking, historically, it's, pretty normal. And so why, have things been going so well over the last 2 years? Well, we can see that the percentage of distressed properties have just been consistently going down and down and down. And, a year ago, last August, it was about 12% of the sales nationally were distressed. Where this past August, we're down all the way to 8%. So that's definitely good to see less foreclosures, less short sales. That's only going to, help values and help the real estate market as a whole. And then moving over to check out the months of inventory, homes for sale. And again, we're talking on a national scale. We can see that as we went through, the beginning of the year, the inventory was building up, because it usually starts in a lower point in the middle of the winter. But pretty consistent along, May, June, July, August. We've had about 5.5 months worth of inventory, and where a pretty neutral market would be considered 6 months of inventory. So we're still on the positive side of that in terms of where the market would want to be to see appreciation. So that's good news as well. And then flipping over to foot traffic, we can see here that foot traffic has been picking up over July and August in the summer months, which is a good indicator of future sales here in September, October, and hopefully carry over into November. And just looking to see, getting another top professional into industry, we can see that Kevin Kelly, who's the chairman of the National Association of Home Builders. So, he's overlooking and seeing all the new construction and seeing the growth in terms of new homes here in the country. And his quote from this past month is, "As the employment picture brightens, builders are seeing a noticeable increase in the number of serious buyers entering the market." And I just know from personal experience, I've seen a lot of communities, under construction, starting to build spec homes now, not just waiting for someone to come and, placing an order for a new home. So just seeing that in general is definitely very positive. And then lastly, I'd like to touch and just kind of take a look, and you can see where mortgage rates have been for about the last year and a half. And we've stayed very consistent in the low fours for a good part of this year. Depending on the type of loan and down payment and your credit score, that could vary, but just looking at the base scores, you could be looking anywhere from the upper threes to the low fours right now. And if you have any questions, if you're curious about that, feel free to contact me, and I'll make sure to hook you up with one of our preferred lenders, and he can help answer any questions about that as well.
There it is. So I hope you've enjoyed our time together. I know I have. Again, my name is Alex with Coldwell Banker. Thank you for joining me for your October 2014 market update. If you have any questions at all, feel free to give me a call. There's information here at the bottom, or shoot me an email, whichever is more convenient for you. And more than happy to help you out with any questions you may have about this information, or just any general real estate question at all. So I thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule for joining me, and I look forward to talking with you next month. See you then.